Welcome to Lockdown Day Trip number 6. We're in the glorious South Downs National Park, driving up to a place from my past, Telscombe Village. It was here many years ago that I used to ride my sister's horse around these fields. This rough track used to link Telscombe Village to the town of Peacehaven on the A259 coast road, but now it's closed to through traffic. We're looking slightly southwest. On the left we can see Peacehaven, in the centre Saltdean, and on the right hand side is the town of Rottingdean. All of the places we're going to visit today was spotted using Google Maps, which is the primary way that I find our park-ups. These are our new loungers. So we've got 2 of these and they inflate. So we now give you a lounger inflation demonstration. But we're not going to put it on the ground because where a load of sheep are and I don't want to get any ticks on them. So let's go outside now. Nice windy day. The lounger consists of 2 tubes, basically 2 plastic bags inside 2 nylon tubes that you inflate with air, and then you seal the ends and roll them tight. I'm sure you're thinking there is no way that little bit of air is going to support anybody's weight. But when you roll this thing down and then seal it, it actually becomes quite sturdy. There we are! We have a bed to lay in.
I don't think you were doing it tight enough.
No, I probably wasn't. Packing it away is just the reversal. Open the ends up and roll all the air out towards the opening. We had planned to spend the whole day here, but it was a shame that the sheep were in that particular area. I don't like ticks and I don't want the risk of getting them, so I think we're going to move on. Look at all this stuff tied to this tree. Yeah. Glove tree. On the way out we spotted this tree and people have been hanging gloves in it. Hello guys. A bit hot today, isn't it? This really takes me back to when I used to do this as a kid with my sister. The next place I'd spotted on Google Maps was here. We're looking down onto the cliffs at the western edge of the town of Newhaven. Here we can see the harbour walls, and the ferry goes from here to Dieppe. You just saw me turning into this narrow lane that leads down to the cliff tops, where again we intended to park up for the rest of the day. It was okay for about 2/3 of the way down, but then the ground became very, very unstable and the track was incredibly narrow. It was a stupid mistake, I really should have explored either on foot or with the drone before I took the van down there, and in the end I had to give up, and then it was a long reverse all the way back out. It was a good lesson to learn, and I'm lucky that we got away with it. We're now driving to the next location, which is known as Bastion Steps Car Park. This is again on the cliffs, but this time in Peacehaven. The barrier is no problem to an NV200. Shame about the building noise going on in the background, mind. I did fly the drone here, but for some unknown reason the file became corrupted when I downloaded it to the iPad. So you're just going to have to make do with an image from Google Earth. The heat from the windscreen is perfect for defrosting the chili for tonight's meal. Shortly after I took this shot, the car park got very busy, and so we decided to move on. Where do we go? Down there, yeah. Football Club. Carol has been longing for somewhere to sit in the sun, somewhere that's fairly peaceful and with a nice view. We've done a few rocky paths today, haven't we? This bumpy track takes us north at the back of Saltdean, up towards Saltdean Football Club. No thanks to COVID-19, there's no football today, so we can use the car park for other means. This spot will do us. We're in a football field just above the main pitch. Well, we're all set up in our little camp, so it's time for me to give you a view of the Downs. Well, we had a lovely time sitting in the sun, and we're now driving west along the seafront in Brighton, going to the final stop of the day where we're going to have our evening meal. Well, we've been lucky to find a car parking space as the whole place is very busy. We're now at Shoreham, right by the water's edge overlooking the sea. Chili and pasta with hot dogs. Comfort food after a big day out.
For us, things do seem to be returning to normal. A few weeks ago, we were scared like everybody else and asked would we survive COVID-19. Well, if we all keep to the rules, then I think we can crack this. If you are the owner of a Nissan NV200 campervan, then we can recommend this Facebook group run by Christian Lewis. So that was 5 locations on this day trip, and I must admit I'm feeling a bit whacked. Anyway, time to head home, and we'll catch you next time for more adventures from the Little Red Camper.